Hold on, let me disconnect this. Let's disconnect Bluetooth. All right. Bluetooth disconnected. There we go. That's gonna be in the new book. This chord right here. But the cluster is in the new book, in the back of the book, the chapter 18. Diminished 7 is in chapter number 3. Put those two together, and you get this voicing. A G7 with a flat 9, I'm putting that in the new book. My 3rd edition. Major 9, chapter 9. Alright, so yeah. Major 9. Major 13. Major 9, 13. 6, 9. Sharp 11. D minor 7 flat 5. In the new book. Actually, matter of fact, did I put that in the 2nd book? I think I put that in the new book. In my 3rd book coming soon. Fat dope chords. I can't remember I did the minor 7 flat 5 with a 13 in here, but I do have a whole bunch of 9 13s in here. So every chord I'm playing, y'all, I know y'all probably said, this dude ain't talking, what's going on? Alright. So, that's the dope chord. How about figuring it out? Tritone. It's chapter number 8 in 18. And I just put these 2 tritones together and created some extra notes to go with it to make it sound a little bit more fat. And creating it as a B flat 7 voicing over an F minor chord. What? And then you kind of repeat that little thing. So if you shorten it up. Minor 6, major 6, major, triad, major 7, ba-da-ba, minor 11 with flat 5. Every chord that you can imagine that you need to have, I got you. You ain't gotta wait 6 months, 7 months to get it from somebody trying to teach you some lessons and stuff like that. You gonna get it in one shot. Pay one pay, that's it. You gonna have every chord that you can imagine that you always wanted to know. What is this? Minor 7, minor 11 with flat 5, that's chapter number 17, I think. Yeah, chapter 16? It's 17. Every chord is in the book. And how to play them with your left hand and your right hand. Period. What was the last part? Little chromatic movie coming back there. And then you go into a major 9 voicing, which is in chapter 9, the same book. What? And then you go major 7 in the same book, chapter number 4. Diminished 7, chapter 3. Major 7 in chapter number. Actually, now this voicing here, this particular voicing is in my 3rd book. I dropped it in the 3rd book. I dropped the chord closest to it. This one here. play a major nine. And, that's what the minor. This is what the major. Now this one is also in the first book and my second book. My book is called Play by Sight, y'all. Edition number 1 and number 2. If you don't get these chords underneath your fingertips, shame on to you. Woe unto you, my brotherings and sisters. Alright. That's how I'm able to find the chords. Alright, let's go. Right. So this is a diminished major 7 voicing. I was gonna be quiet, but now it's time to talk. Now. Alright. Please share the book. Share the my link. It's Bishop Drake the Clark Hot Chords .info. That's my website. You can go over to Bishop Drake the Clark Hot Chords .info. Right. So that's where you'll find my books over at the website. You can do a digital download version from my website, and also next to it there's another little link that links you to Amazon. My books are over at Amazon and 16 other publishing platforms around the world. I can't remember all the names of the companies that has published my books or has my books in their possession. I can't think of all of them off the top of my head, but my book is now at 16 total publishing companies. That was with the including Amazon. So yes, around the world. And I always keep saying this other words, but I'm gonna say it this way because that's where the company says, hey, your book went worldwide, not nationwide on your side. Your music book went worldwide, not nationwide, but worldwide. I don't know what's the difference. What's the difference between nationwide and worldwide? I thought that it was the same thing. It means the same thing. So yes, my Play by Sight book went worldwide, all over the world. I did my stats the other day. I finally was able to get on to check my stat. And yes, we here in the United States has on the top right now. So everybody who lives here in the United States has purchased my books, whether they're the physical copies or whether they did the download version. The United States has the highest numbers right now. I saw so it's United States is number 1. United Kingdom, am I saying it right? Yeah, United Kingdom is coming in at 2nd row. And I can't even see, I think I saw United Kingdom, United States, United Kingdom. I believe if my memory serves me correct, and I'm trying to remember in order. I can't remember it all in order. I believe it. Actually, hold on. I think I got it right here. Sitting here guessing. Let me see if I can pull it back up so I can not guess. Okay. All right. United States is number 1 top. Give it up for the United States. United States is number 1 top. Of the ones of here in the United States, you guys have purchased my product, and then United Kingdom is coming in at number 2. Germany is coming in at 3. France 4. Japan put that all the way on the other side of the world. Japan, Canada, and Italy. Thus far is where my books are selling the most. But here in the United States, my book is selling the most here in the United States for people who really want to know how to play chords. I got y'all covered. So yes, and I'm not making this up. This is United States, United Kingdom, Germany, France, Japan. That's all new. Japan and Canada and Italy. That's all new. That's like I didn't see that from before. I had no idea that they. That's cool, man. That's dope. I ain't gonna lie. That's pretty dope. Um, where my books are selling the most here in the United States, of course. My book is coming out on top here in the United States, and then United Kingdom, and on that side of the world. And I was when I clicked onto it, I'm like, man, wow, my book with the Germany. Someone purchased my book from Germany. Some people purchased my book from Germany. I can't say who the individuals are because I don't have that ability to track that as whoever the individual is from Germany. So I'm coming on here to say thank you if you're watching from Germany, wherever you at out in Germany, whatever time it is. Thank you. I had already thanked you guys before. I think I was just publishing my first book. Actually, the first book June 2nd, I think it was, 2025, and I think a few months in, I saw Germany come up as the first. Actually, um, it was of course us here in the United States, and then I saw Germany, and then later on I saw France, and then later on I came back and logged in, and now it's saying United Kingdom. So now it's saying United States, United States, United Kingdom, Germany, France, and then now the newest one just recently for probably for this year is Japan and Canada and Italy right now are is where my book has surfaced around the world, literally around the world. That's pretty, that's pretty dope. I ain't gonna lie. It's kind of like, wow, man, that's crazy. So yes, and somebody just purchased their book. I don't know if it was today. Let me see. Let me view the order. Let me see. Let me view the order. Somebody just purchased a book today, or was it yesterday? It looks like either today or yesterday. I think it was yesterday. All two. Somebody says all two. Oh wow. Okay. But somebody just purchased their book just a few minutes ago. Oh, either. Wait. Hold on. What's today? What's today? The 4th? Oh, today. Oh, okay. So somebody just purchased their book. Thank you. Woo! You gonna thank me later? No, you gonna thank me later. All right. It looks like it's appearing. It looked like somebody purchased a book today. Somebody just put their order in today. Either today or it was yesterday. It's kind of hard for me to say because with the way they set this up is they give you like from the 1st to the 4th. So someone purchased a book between the 1st and the 4th. So I can't say what specific day. Well, actually, I could actually. I have to go in here and let me see. I can go to 5 5 1 5 1. So 5 1 start, 5 1 end, and then I can actually see this person. I can't say who it is because it won't tell me who's purchasing my book, my products. But thank you for doing that. I appreciate you, and I would love to hear you learn these dope chords and apply them to your thing. It looks like they purchased my first book. Smart move. I can see which books they're purchasing. So they purchased my very first book. All right. So yes. While you at it, go ahead and get the other one. While you at it, get the other one. Whoever you are, get the other one because you put those two together, it's gonna be rocking hot. Okay. So yes, both of my books is rocking hot. The first one is a lot of heat, and the second one is extra heat. And my third one, I actually got 3 more chapters to finish up. I should be actually doing that now, but I want to take a head break for a minute from the computer. But thank you, whoever you are, had just purchased a book either today, yesterday, but in between the 1st of this month and today. So I can kind of squeeze it in and see who that one, what actual date it was. It might have been today, but thank you. But you're gonna thank me later when you start learning them chords and applying them to your plan. All right, cool. So yes, if you live in Germany, share the link. Bishop Drayton Clark Hot Course.info. That is my website. You can go over there. If you don't want to go to the website, that's fine. You can go straight over to Amazon. Excuse me, Amazon. You can go straight to Amazon. I used to tell my wife, when she get packages, I didn't know the name at the time, but I said, you got a package from Amazon, and she was like, what? Yeah, packages came from Amazon. She said, bruh, that's not Amazon. You mean Amazon? Yeah. So go on over there to Amazon and type in play by sight, or you could type in my name, Andre Clark, Andre, okay, I was supposed to spell my last, Andre Clark, Clark, and go get your copy. All right. I would say get both of them, because when you get but one, you're gonna be like, hold on, wait a minute, hold on, I need that other one too. I need that other one too. Yes, you're gonna be saying you're gonna need the other one, because the first book is actually kind of like a teaser in a sense to say, okay, y'all, I'm giving y'all the heat. I'm not holding back. I'm giving you straight up the heat. All right, friction, heat, and then I came back and gave y'all the second book, which is Play by Sight edition number 2, and that gave y'all fire there. All right. And then now I'm coming with my third book, which is going to be the Infernism. Infernism. I'm coming back with the Infernism. And with them two, OMG. Transpose on. Wait, hold on. Yeah, transpose. Oh my God. All that's transposing, you know what I mean? Chord I just played a minute ago. All this stuff, you know, I tell you, you're gonna thank me later. All that this stuff transposing. And repeat the same thing, you know. You know, you're repeating the same thing. You're just changing the key. You see what I'm saying? You're just changing the key once you get the concept of where you're going. So you can move around, you know, you in C, transpose, and C sharp, D flat, right? And you just practice this, you know. Oop, go back. Then you go to E flat. What? Oops. I'll do it down there, I guess. Most of the time you get up high. Nobody really likes church. Well, I don't want to say nobody really likes church. I remember I just hated it. I still hate it sometimes. But in every key, you know, we try to practice. Can I get a witness? And take your time in doing your transposing and stuff. So these dope chords is gonna help you out a lot. So get the book. It's a massive library of dope chords that you hear. I'm hearing. transposing, 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 A flat. Now we're going to B flat, going to A flat, but I'm doing inversions of it at the same time. B flat. What? Yes, transposing, y'all. E flat, B flat, E flat. Now I'm going to B flat to another key. What? Yes. What? Yeah. Right. E flat, B flat, E flat in inversion, and back to B flat. It's all about transposing the moves that you're doing, right? It's just like this one song. I guess I can just do it now. E flat to the B flat, and every chord I'm playing is in the chapter 2 triad. Chapter 2 triad. B flat, D flat triad, A flat triad. What? Every chord I just played is in chapter 2. And when I was doing this, I said, wait a minute, hold on. What? I was like, oh snap. Oh snap, the chords is in the book. Yeah. And then of course you do your inversion. You know, you can do your inversion once you understand what you're doing. And that's where, as musicians, we start flavorizing our chords. I guess I want to say flavorizing, or we just want to change the tone of how the song was, or whatever it is that you're trying to do. All right? So I'm trying to change it up. So when I first started out, root, root, double up. It's in the book, chapter 2. Oh, so chapter 2, all is double up. Now I understand inversion, so I'm gonna switch it up and go. Okay, I'm gonna go B flat. Switch it up. Switch it up. All right. Another time I might want to go. See, changing the texture or whatever you want to call it. 6/9 that time. So it's all about your preference on how you want to do it. But at the end of the day, find another way. Find a different way. Right? It's all about transposing. Literally, literally transposing chords from one key to the next. I was in E flat, and now I'm in B flat. Just because I can go to D flat, and I now can go to A flat. Right? Yes. It's just all about transposing chords around, moving chords around, and at the end of the day. So if you don't know enough chords, you can't create chord progressions. In my play-by-sight, I'm dropping the chords like it ain't nobody's business. All right. So if you don't have the means, as I might say, to take organ lessons or keyboard lessons and stuff like that, this is just a one-time fee that you pay to get whatever chords you need underneath your fingertips to start your day. Matter of fact, you get these chords, you'll be playing in the same day. Like, you just open up the book and start playing these chords, and you start hearing these chords other musicians are doing. All right, and that's the reason why I said, oh, I heard that minor move. That's chapter number 3. What? My chapter 2 is the Oh, I see what you're doing. I see what you're doing, Bishop Dracer. And then my diminished 7 is in chapter 3. Right? What else is was in my chapter 3, and in my augmented chord. The augmented chord. Then, of course, when I added the 7 to the voicing, that's chapter number 7 for the major 7 with a sharp 5. And I got to thinking about something. I said, well, if I put a tritone to this, let me see what happened. What? Now I started the tritone here, even though my finger or my thumb was on that 1 in the C scale. Right? All I did was sharp the 5. And technically, y'all, is this really me playing a triad chord, E major chord, mixed with an augmented chord, basically. And then I said, what if I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? It's a minor 11th with a flat 5 voice. And I said, what? Then I said, okay, hold on, let me count some more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I said, wait a minute, I know that chord. That's a C major 7 with a sharp 5, flat 5, sharp 5. And that's that. Can I get a witness? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5. Here comes the. Or we might do this one. We'll do it here. Okay, it's more than one way to praise that. And now you're doing inversion because remember the E chord? And then now you might want to spread the hand out and do inversions. I said, what? Yep, that's what I said. Of course, y'all know where it's at. All right, that major 7 with a flat 5, sharp 5. Did I not tell y'all what chapter that's going to fall in? All right, y'all going to know what I'm finna do. Okay, all right, that should be chapter 14. I hope I got this almost memorized. Chapter 14, so let me see if am I going to fall to the right chapter here. But chapter 14, y'all. Let's go over here to play by sight. Chapter 14 and page number 57. And it reads as such. All right. C major 7 with a flat 5, sharp 5 is in the book. The chords are in the book. All right. All right. I'm excited about doing it because it's kind of like interesting because I will say that I can remember times when I didn't know a bunch of chords and it was difficult to get people to show me stuff and running up on somebody, yo man, show me them chords, bro. Y'all see that video? Show me them chords, bro. Come on, bro, show me them chords. And then cats be like, oh man, I ain't doing nothing, man. I ain't doing nothing that you can't do or already is doing. I'm like, bro, you don't even know I can play. How you know I can play? You ain't never heard me play before. Anyway, so sometimes you get people pushing you off, or either they just don't want to give you the time of the day. So enough of that foolishness. Yes, I said it. Enough of the foolishness. All right, enough of that foolishness, y'all. You no longer have to keep doing that. Stop. What my wife used to tell me, stop jocking these musicians. Go figure this thing out, bruh. And sometimes I'll be like, okay, all right. So let me write this book. So I wrote the book. I don't know everything. I'm not the genius. But I've transcribed a whole lot of chords. And too much, actually. Overkill with a whole bunch of chords that I still got to sit here and learn it and practice on this stuff. So I'm willing to put it in a music book. Let's get TikTok back because they went on a timeout. Did I do it on the first try? Oh, snap. Thought I did it on the first time. Wow. Second time I got it that time. Alright, so yes. Play by sight. Edition number 1 and 2 is a must get. It's a must grab. Because I went a little over the top. But grabbing these chords, y'all. I can go right. That's that major 7 with the flat sharp 5, right? Now this is a G7 flat 9, and major 9, and we was here. Major 9 again, major 9 13, major 9 13, and E flat 6 9 sharp 11, minus 7 with the flat 5 flat 13, and then what we would do? Then we do that minus 6 major 6 major try it in major 7, and then minor 11 flat 5, back to the major 9 voicing, chapter 9. All right, every chord is in the book. And then we go major 7, diminished 7, chapter 3. Now this major 7 voicing here, I put it in my third book. I thought I put that in my second book. Then after I realized it was the one where I said earlier, I used the B flat. That's a major 9 voicing, another major 9 voicing, and I thought I put that one in here, but yeah, that's going on my third book. And matter of fact, I have 3 more chapters to finish that, but my third edition. Right, we got the diminished major 7 voicing. All right, now we come over here to edition number 2. And that's when I go all in. That's when I lose my mind at this point. Actually, I was really sick when I wrote both of these books, and I didn't realize I was going over the top. But anyways, I went on ahead and dropped it in here. I believe this is chapter number, what quarter was this again? Yes. All right, so this is chapter number 6, and chapter number 6. Okay. All right, so we have the diminished major 7 voicing. Now I also do it more than one way. All right, I do these chords movements in more than one way because there's more than one way to approach the same chords. So I also did it in different versions of approach, and that's going over there in the book that I created for 41 chapters. Jeez. I should have ended that where I got 25 chapters. I should have ended that book and finished it, but I decided to go double the trouble. What is it called? Double the sum of the trouble, whatever. So I took it to a whole nother level. Anyway, so where we at? Now this is your 13, your 713 voicing. I call it the John P. Keith thing, you know. And so yeah, so I'm saying. So yes, that's your 713. And your 713, I do them a few times in the new book. All right, I forget what chapter I dropped this in. Yes, I dropped these dope chords in the book. Everything in the book I put in there. I'm gonna make sure that I learned to play this stuff myself. So yes, I went a little over the top when I did this book. I don't regret it. It is what it is. So I have it in chapter 21, and I believe the other one was chapter 23. Chapter 23. Nope, I lied. Was it 24? Hold on. Chapter 20. Wait, hold on. I think it was. Hold on, let me go backwards. I did it at least twice in different approach. So 21. Where's the other one at? I know I did it again somewhere. I'll find it. I think I did it twice over here. I must be skipping a page somewhere along the way. But I know for sure I did it in 2 different approach. And then also I did it again over in the new book because there is more than one way to approach that year 713. I thought I did this twice over here for 2 different ways or 2 different approach. I think I did. Oh wait, it got to be chapter 25. Duh. Yeah, chapter 25. I want you to know that. So chapter 21 and chapter 25, I bust out and hit you with the the 713, and then I did another 713 in this new book too, because don't be fooled, y'all. Yeah. There's more than one way to approach the 713. So okay. Anyway, so where we at? Wait, minor diminished 7. All right, there it is again. The 713. And then it's going to the triad, chapter 2. Then go to chapter 3, diminished 7. A flat major 7, chapter what? 4. Or you could use the major add 2. So, which also I addressed that over here in a few chapters over here in the new book, in different ways of which one it could be. All right, and then now this is the crazy one. Now I could have said the 713 voicing. Remember, I just did it a minute ago. And then go to the major 7 flat 5. So I think I'm hearing them doing it. Or that. Now that just really you playing the major 7. Hold on. The major 7 with the flat 5, I believe. I got it correctly. So this is the major 7 flat 5. Major 7 flat 5. It's kind of funny to say this because if you sit here, think about it, watch my fingers. There's more than one type of major 7 flat 5s, and I thought, wow, that's crazy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, G flat, flat 5, and that is correct. That's right, major 7, the flat 5, G flat or F sharp major 7 flat 5. I said, oh. It was only difference was me. Let's say I want to add another note. Okay, now make me go to the diminished major 7, the chord I just played earlier a minute ago. So it depends on. See, and I was thinking the idea of playing the 7 sus4 voicing, the sus2, right? You have the sus4, and then you have the 7 sus4 voicing. That's what I was thinking it first. Which is a major 7 with the flat, a major 7 with the, actually, major 7 sharp 11, flat 5, flat 9, or 2, if you want to call it that. So I said, oh, okay, but bringing the note inside here, you got the tritone, y'all. Duh, tritone. All right, tritone gonna be your friend. Now that's chapter 8 or chapter 18. And then you got your perfect 4th. So I said, oh, you just transpose to an F major 7 with a flat 5, flat 5. So I said, okay, let me split the hand. Transposing, and then we come into the major 7 flat 5. Although it was a major 7 flat 5 voicing, but check this out, y'all. Remember, I said the 7 sus4 voicing, chapter number 5. It was just the only thing you didn't hear the top note. So it was a major 7 flat 5. What? And I can hear the cluster. In my brain, I'm wanting to hear that voicing. that was almost hard to do. So I realized, okay, the top note is silent. And of course, the note that I thought he was doing, that was not it. And so I said, wait a minute. That all makes sense to me. And I said, oh, major 7 flat 5, duh. I'm just taking off the top note, which is the 7 sus 4 voicing, which is in the book. Chapter 5! We just silencing the top note. And then he comes and do it here. What if he did it? But he didn't. He carried it that time at the end. I said, okay. I don't have perfect pitch, but I could tell that. And then he goes, that major 7 voicing, third inversion, A flat, second inversion, triad. Y'all don't know what chapter that's in. And then he goes to the transpose over to the third inversion of the other major 7 voicing. So we had A flat, major 7, drop down to G flat major 7. This song is in E flat, so I have to call it for what it is because we're in E flat. So it's G flat major 7 third inversion. I said, oh, ba ba da, oh. I was like, what? Yeah, so that's how he's doing that. Now he took his hands off the keyboard, so I had to try to listen to the organ. I think the organ player was doing. No, the organ was going. So F minor 7 with a flat 5. Chapter, the first book. I can't remember. I want to guess. Let me guess. Let me say 10. Let me see. I might be wrong. Let's see. Let's see if I'm right or wrong. Let me see. I'm guessing. I could be wrong. Wrong. The minor 7 flat 5. Okay, it must be 12 then. Minor 7 flat 5. Minor 9 flat 5. I'm sorry, minor 9. So, it must be higher. Hold on. Where's that minor 9 with flat 5 at? Actually, I don't know what chapter it is. Hold on. Let me look at my contents because it's actually a lot quicker. I'm flipping through these pages. Let me see. Let's go to the content. Content says chapter 13. Chapter 13, minor 9 with the flat 5. And then he goes up to the minor 7 with the flat 5, which is chapter... Let me look at the contents again. And the minor 7 flat 5, I got it over in chapter number 16. So I'm thinking he's doing this, I don't know, in the background, the organ. Minor 9 with the flat 5, minor 7 flat 5, and major 9, which we already know is in chapter 9. And then that's when he goes, that's when we're going here next. That's the major 7 flat 5. Alright, the 713. Alright. We hear the tritone, y'all. Told y'all. And then you hear the perfect fourth. And then you just melody like. And then when I get to that note, that's the major 7 flat 5. And then I roll back. That makes me play the F7. And then we go to A flat. A flat. This gets tricky. I'm going to use that same idea I used earlier. Remember this? I'm going to use that chord. That minor 7 flat 5, flat 13. So let me see how I'm going to do it. Now that makes me go to A flat major with a flat 5. Come up to A flat major 6. Hold on, missed it. I'm Alright. That do this. Alright, this supposed to be here. Like, it's supposed to go there. That makes me play the B flat 7 with the 9. B flat 7 9 up to A flat major major add 2 or sharp 11, and then it puts me into the minus 7 flat 5 flat 13 because of the movement I'm doing. Right, so that's what's happening there. All right. A flat, and now I'm doing my thing. B flat 9 13. Come up to A flat major with the add 2 sharp 11, and then the D minus 7 flat 5 flat 13. Woo! And then we come out. Now without the bass line, it's your D flat 6 9 sharp 11. D flat 6 9 11. D flat. See, it's more than one way to play. More than one way to play, and more than the one way to play the 6 9 voicing. And also I addressed that in the very first book. I mean the second book. And I believe it was chapter 2, by the way. Chapter 2, if my memory serves me to be correct. Chapter 2. More than one way to approach the 6 9 voicing. So I put the other ones that I could think of the 6 9 sharp 11 over there in my next book. I'm surprised she didn't wake up all this noise I'm making. Usually she'd be over there talking. I'm surprised she's not even talking to me. Okay, and yeah, so then, yeah. Now, because we ended on the 1, E flat. It's a 6 9. I'm sorry, it's a 9 chord. So basically, that's like. We call it. I don't know what I was gonna call that a dominant chord, but it's a 9 chord. I call it the 9 chord. Right, and then hold on, you got 2 more chords to go with it. Organ in the back row, A flat, and E flat. That's kind of how the organ ended it, because the keyboard player kind of took his hands off the board at that time. And the organ player, A flat, E flat. Normally the normal, I guess I see the normal way of ending stuff, you know. Something like that. And ended like that, but he decided. And the background on the organ. Alright, that's the end of this. So every chord that I was able to cipher from this is in the book. Okay, I try to open up something else, and this crazy laptop be acting a fool. My old Dell, the oldies. All right, let's go take it to another video, and let's just say you're learning, you triads, stuff like that. Ah, I missed it. Let's see. Hold on. What was the other part? Ah! Okay, that's what it was. I was like, wait a minute, hold on, I got lost. Ah, I messed that up. Hold on. Hold on. Them chords, y'all. Here we go. Ah, look at it. Hold on. Can't hear myself. That's too fast. Hold on. Okay, so we hold on. We give glory to God. See. So hold on. It's too fast. Let's see height. But yeah. Them chords is in the book. Woo! Alright, what did I do to the mouse? Where's the Mickey Mouse? Alright, so what's cracking in this whole ordeal when we first started out? We had the triad, chapter number 2. Chapter number 3, minor. He's going. Triad, minor, back to the triad chord, major. He's just using 2 hands to play the voicing, the major voicing, and using the 2 hands to play the minor chord, and back to it. And then we now playing this bottom note Makes us play a E major 7/13, and he's just transposing the sus chord. He just transposing the sus chord. But because we're going 1, 2, 3 in E, 1, 2, 3, 4, sharp 4. So that's the move. And he's using the sus chords to play, which I told y'all earlier. If you go into my book, in the first book, my sus chords is chapter number 5. That's all you do is transposing it. It's just gonna give you a major 7 flat, major 7/13, and then D flat add 2, and E add 2, E add 2, add 2, E add to ooh, attitude. All right, you got the attitude. But you may hear the twanging. Like, just twanging it. Now, if you twanging it, it's gonna cause you to play like a minor voicing, and then you twang it right into the voicing, into the major voicing. Same thing. This here is just gonna twang you into a D major chord, and then you try and twang it into a minor 7 voicing. If you want to twang it out. And then we go to the 3. Same thing. It would just be an E flat chord broken up, basically. And then your 1, 3, 5, or actually, yeah, your 1, your 3, and the 5. It's just broken up. But if you twang it it just turns that into a minor 7 voicing, like So the whole thing. So I'm thinking 5, 6, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's the 6, 9 chord. I just told y'all earlier. I love you. It's the minor 6. I love you. But that's on the sharp 4. So that makes you play a minor 7 with the flat 5 voice. I love you. So major 7. Right? So, let me stop the twanging. Major 7/13. D add 2. Oops, sorry about that. And E major add 2. And then we're going to the 4. 6, 9. But now we'll be bringing the other hand up. Got a note stuck somewhere. Let me see, how am I doing that? So that makes me play it now, this voicing, perfect 4. And I'm creating the minor 7 voicing, minor 7, 11. And I'm using the secret sauce chord in chapter number what? 5. Because all we did was we just took that chord here and moved the note up and played this instead of the sus2 chord. Now we're playing the 7 sus4 voicing. Got a note stuck again, and we just dropped it here. I love you, and then we now coming down to the minor 6 voicing. Chromatic move. You just basically going 4, sharp 4, down to the 4, to the 3, to the sharp 2, back up to the sharp 4. I hear people playing it wrong, but anyways, anyway, he going back up to it, then he come back to the sharp 2. By that time, you should hit the tritone. 2 hands. I hear people doing it. That's not what he's doing. He's going back to it. Did you hear that? And then the tritone comes. But I hear people doing it. That's not what he's doing. I have perfect pitch, but I have to sit there and listen to this 10,000 times. Alright, so I had to hear that like I said, 1,000 times, 10,000 times. Okay, so that's a G tritone. A G tritone. Chapter 8 or 18, y'all. I love. And now he goes to the other tritone. But this is where everybody missed though. He's playing a chord underneath that. It's the minor chord, A minor chord. I love. It's F sharp minor 7 flat 5. What? I know y'all hear. It's the minor chord. Or he actually goes to diminish actually. F sharp diminished. Or the minor. What? Yeah. So I hear that diminished because it's hanging there. I don't know why people miss that, but yeah. Gonna bring you either two choices of the major triad. I'm gonna say minor. C sharp minor. Forever. Transposing. See what I'm saying? And then transposing again with the tritone. And then he walks it back up. All that is your major add to B, major add to, back to, major add to, moving the position of your B major add to. Going to the major 9. We play this all the time. Remember that I told you about the major of voicing that you can either use the B. What I used to say the triad chord, and also now you can use the minor chord. In this case, you're using the minor voicing. What? And then it's going down to D. At 2, A at E at 2, and then you back up to this whole thing. Now I may add another little note. The sus chord in the left hand, and back to my 7 sus4 chord in the right hand. I'm not sure if he's doing that, but that just made me play a C sharp minor 9, 11, kind of fatten it up a little bit. And then it's gonna go back to the 4, and then we're going to the 4. I love you. Back to the minor 6, voice it again. Now you're gonna do a diminished move this time. I think he's pulling this off with 2 hands because there's no way you can do this with 1. And now you go into a G diminished 7 and reverse to a F sharp diminished 7. It's kind of what you heard earlier. Remember it? That from earlier. This time we're gonna give it to you. This time. That time around. minor chord, and undo it, and give you the minor 6. And coming down on the E major chord, and it's E major add to forever F sharp 6/9. Alright, that's what I'm thinking. Right on. I told y'all better get them. Y'all better get the book. Forever butter. Major 7 flat 5. Forever butter. And you're gonna start that whole little movement. Go. Start the whole thing again. And this time double up your diminished move. And then right back to this again. Forever butter. You're gonna redo that all over again. Right, do it again. Now when he say when we come again after that, you know, it's like after you he shortened it up, and then now we're going to the 6/9 E6. That's what I think, but right back to that same chord. That time? Okay, so we glory. This time we're going up with the tripod. Glory to God. That's it. Right back to the minor 6 voice in. We give, he hit it again. We give glory. Now we go to the B major, double up inversion. We had the root, and now we're doing the first inversion, double up. I think that's what he did. We give glory to God. And I'm pretty sure all that back to that major add 2, and then a little melody line, and then we go to A. That's the him coming back, and then they go, all right. I'm using A add 2, E add 2, then A add 2. There was a few chords there was along that way, but I didn't want to call it out because now we're there. Alright, so I'm actually past my halfway mark. Hold on. That wasn't easy, huh? That's actually harder, actually. Okay, that wasn't hard because I understood. And then go to the preaching chord like you're going to F sharp. This thing if I was in C sharp, this will be the 5. Gotta get it with it. Okay, and then if I'm in F sharp, going to the F sharp preaching chord. That's what we hit. And that's the next chord is the 13th sus chord. This is the minor 11 with the flat 5 fatty. Now I did the short version in the first book. I believe my memory served me to be correct. I think I did the fat version, when we call the fat version, the big boys. Is it raining outside, y'all? It better not be raining out there. Why it looks so wet, drippy out there? Is it supposed to rain today? No wonder why my allergy was going haywire today earlier. Is it raining? What's it doing out there? I see stuff flying around my camera, and I'm like, is it raining? All right, so anyway, yeah, so that's that. Right now, because of the bass line changes things when I hit the bass line, it was just an A7, A flat 7 with a sharp, but I think sharp 9, sharp 5, I think. Yeah, sharp 9, sharp 5. Now, did I do that in the book? I'm pretty sure I may have done it in the newest book coming out. If I didn't, I'll probably do it in another book. But I did the short version. See, so it's all about inversions and transposing. So what we at now? Let me see. And all these voices, the chord is the -6. Wait, let's do like the -6, 6 9 sharp 11. Transpose it. And then transpose it again. 6 9 sharp 11 in the book already. All right. Something like that. Yeah. Let me see. What was I at? I forgot what we was at. And then if I move my thumb over, now I'm playing the tritone and the perfect fifth mixed together, and then that's gonna give me the fat, crazy, the big boy chord. Now I have choices here. Either I play the major 7 flat 5 and omit one of the notes and play like, if I'm thinking of A flat for a minute, 1 5 1 1 5 1. I'm gonna stop. If I choose to do that one, or if I choose to do the twanging, because now I'm thinking twanging the perfect fourth and twanging it into the perfect fifth. What? Okay, yeah. While holding the 1 and 1 at the top, because that makes me now play the -7 with the flat 5, flat 5 11. And then I switch up because of the twanging. Then I'm playing now the major 7 flat 5. So after all of this crazy, even though he probably didn't do that, but I'm just saying, just making it. Minor flat 5. Right. Now we're going here. This right here, I had to make up my mind. Or what I had to make my mind to do. That is kind of cool too. This is the minor 13 flat 5. And I had to make up my mind on which one was gonna sound cool to the ear. It's passable. It's just a diminished, D flat diminished, but I had to see if I wanted to make this passable. Left hand is a B flat major chord with the flat 5, and you put those two together. And I'm like, that sounds nasty. That sounds sick and dope, right? So I had to decide and either go C major. Now that makes me play the -7 flat 5 flat 13. Okay, so we We have minor 11 flat 5. Now we got the major 9, and then the minor 7 flat 5 flat 13. I had to decide on which one I want to do because I heard this in my ear. Now that is an E13 sharp 11. So I don't know which one I want to do. And that's a minor chord. So I'm trying to decide. That sounds nice? Check this out. The tritone. The long as the left hand stays where it's gonna be. The tritone, the B flat, flat 5, no matter what. It's the right hand that's gonna have to say, hey, yo, okay, I got choices now. My choice is either I'm gonna play that minor chord and give you the E13 sharp 11, or do I want to give y'all or give myself what was the other chord? I forgot just that quick. Hold up. Now, instead of me in the A flat, drop down to G. And that's that diminished move. So I'm like, wait a minute, hold on, my dog. And they all sound nice. That sound nice. Watch this. And then the C major triad. Alright, David Jackson. I don't know which one it was. Because the reason why I said that was because holding that E, either way, the E's there, E's there, the E's here. I think it would be cool if you did all three of them. Actually, I ain't gonna lie, but if you had time to do all three, it probably would go something like this. That's what I was. Yeah, but of course he didn't have time to do all that. All right, so I don't know. Maybe I have to listen to this about 100 more times. Okay. I hear that. See the triad for sure. I hear the triad for sure. Yeah, I hear the triad for sure, no doubt. Yeah. The reason why I said that because the tritone on the bottom, and I said, okay, you gotta be hitting the triad. I could be right. If I'm wrong, David Jackson, let me know if I'm hitting that wrong, but I think I hear him hitting the triad. Yeah. And then we go to the minor. And I'm just using a major 6. Like he's probably playing another voicing, but and then the minor 7/11. And because he's doing this thing so quick and fast, I'm like, bro. It don't give you time to think. You better start playing. Okay, now he's gonna do that. Similar kind of sort of what he did earlier, but just slightly different. Yeah, so at the that's kind of what I got out of that. And then as a repeat. And then back to that. Okay, now what we're finna do next. Then he's not gonna go all the way back up like he did earlier. Then he comes in and plays the B major chord. Triad. Tritone. All this transposing. Major 7 flat 5 into the minor 7 minor 11 flat 5. And And then he gets right back at it. This time instead of me going back to his, he's gonna play the shorty for it. I call it the short version. The major 9 short version. Because he's going. Let me see how he did that. Let me see. He's going. He's gonna do. And give you the minor 6. Yeah. Major 9 with the sharp 11. And the major 7 flat 5. You do this so fast. It's like, bro. Something like that. Alright, and then after that, he starts going to the end. That's organ. Then he come back. Then you hear him. You hear him. So for a minute, he took his hands off the keyboard and the organ player picked it up. A little bit of it, that movement. Hands off the organ keyboard again. Is that the organ doing that? Or the guitar doing that? Because that's nasty at the end. But now that's the only question I got at the end. Is that the organ doing that? Or is that the guitar doing that? Because that's pretty dope. Because I can't tell he, as far as what I can tell, he not playing nothing yet. Then that's when he come in. At this point now I couldn't tell whether he was playing or not because that harmony in the background. But anyway, and then if that was the case, he was playing behind that. We heard that. So so what that is basically you doing that the 7/4 voice, and then going to the A. I'm sorry, 7/4. Like he was about to head to a diminished for a second, but and he's doing it's like A major add 2 without carrying the E on the bottom. My bad. If that Gorgon in the background doing that, or is that good time? And because now if I'm playing the keyboard, remember that from chromatic, right? E flat 7, that E flat minor 7, 7th. Make it our way to the diminished move, C diminished 7. Minor 7, major 7, I'm sorry, diminished major 7, and then we have the D minor 7, or minor 9. Forever. Now we got the B major, 4, ooh, then E Now here's the trick to this because he's not doing this. That's not what he's doing. Transposing. He's not transposing. That's what I thought he was doing. I hear his fingers. I hear his fingers still holding it. Or the sound in my ear. So that means that the note must go on this. Ah. Ah. That's what's happening. I'm hearing that. So if I'm sustaining it, I said, what? Yeah. Now I thought he was, but that's not what he's doing. Not holding the sus4 in transpose. In transpose, you know, like. That's not what he's doing. He's holding that melody line or whatever you want to call it, or that tone at the top, and he's just moving it. Now, technically, if I was on the keyboard, I would probably do this and then walk it up with the sustain pedal. If I had the strings on, then you could hear what I'm saying because he hold that move. And then he starts it over from where we started out, sort of from the beginning. But in the beginning, he's doing it, and then he hits you with it, and then he ends it that way. So basically, he's going, and then he ends it. So I was like, okay, that's kind of cool. Alright, that was pretty much that whole deal there. I actually couldn't believe I actually sat here and finished it. Y'all hear this stuff? I used to play this stuff, yeah. Major 7, diminished 7/9, repeating, transposing. Talk about transposing. Hold on. So major 7, right? Major with the flat 9, major 7 with the next one is major with the flat 9. Same thing, major with the flat 9. And if you transpose it, it's pretty much the self as well. Oh, what's the next one? Hold up. My bad. You can transpose this all day, you know, in all 12 keys. I'm no keyboardist, y'all. I hate playing keys. I hate keys. Too much work. Too much work. So anyway, play by sight. All right. Edition number 1 and 2. Go over to my website, bishopdraceTheClarkHotChords.I. And Bishop Trace the Clark Hot Chords.I. my Bishop Drizzy Clark Hot Chords .info. I told y'all I hate playing keyboard. But majority of the time when I'm learning something to try to work on something, I don't know why. I don't know what possesses me to want to. What? I thought I just dropped this. I don't know what possesses me to come to the keyboard first and work on stuff. And then I got to turn around and get on the organ and figure out how I'm going to play it on the organ. Like, I don't know why I do this stuff, man. Everything I'm doing is transposing. Everything's transposing. People are playing stuff and transposing chord movements and so forth and so on. And yes, I don't have it all, and not like that. But give me a minute, y'all. Just getting back on my feet after being messed up for. Something like that. Good luck to me. Not always I could play it exactly, but. Here's a trick, y'all. But just a trick. I wouldn't call it a trick. Let me stop saying that way. It sounds like witchcraft stuff. Here's a trick for this. The facts is that most of us pray to God that most of us have our beings. 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then what I do is I look at my keyboard as 12 keys. I explain this every now of then. This is my first 12. And then I'm gonna call this the low range. And then I have the next set. And then that is the next set. I'm gonna call this low range. And then I have this set, 12 keys. And then I call this mid range. So if I can remember low range, and low range, and mid range, and then I have this set. I'm gonna call this high range. And then I have another, and then I'm gonna call this the highest range. Because I don't have perfect pitch, so I will have to do what is called guessing. Where in the world did the musician place his hand on the board to? I shouldn't have to do too much guessing, because I put majority of the chords that I can think of that's it's popped out of my mind to yeah. My music teacher showed me a bunch of chords, and I know he on here looking. I'm pretty sure. Let me see where he at. Taught me something, and I ran with it. Let me see if he on. Is he on or is he asleep? But he taught me something. My old. Oh, he was on. Is he still on? Yeah, you. Yeah, you, Mr. Goat, taught me something. But I figure that I'll run with it. So I'm running with it. That's what he used to tell me. Hey man, take these chords and run with it. So let me put on here. I'm running with the chords. I'm running with it. Let me see. I'm. Let's see. I knew that was gonna happen. Hold on. Let me see. I'm running with it. Can we get this on here? Come on. What happened? Oh, something. There it goes. Hold on, y'all. Oops. Why did it do that? See. Let me see. Would it allow me to? Hold on. Delete that comment. Here we go. Let's rewrite this right. I'm running with it. I'm running with it. All right. I'm running with it. He taught me something. So I'm running with it. All right. So hold on. Let me send that out. You know what I'm talking about. So I'm gonna run with this, y'all. Taught me something. So I'm gonna run with it. Run, boy, run! What's up? Hello, hello, hello. Midnight, midnight. That sounds fire. Oh, thank you. Appreciate you, Manny. Let me see. We got on here. I'm sorry, y'all. I hadn't turned to look over here. Hey, Morris. Let me see. GH. Let me see. I see. Was that German? Oh no, Jeremy. Why you got the transpose on? um, hello everybody on here, cause I can start to calling it. Everybody, hello everybody, hello. Yeah, wherever you at in the world, hello. Appreciate you, kind of. Appreciate you guys chiming in. Anyway, making a long story short, I'm just saying, I'm running with it, y'all. That's all I gotta say. He taught me something, and I'm running with it. He said, "Hey, man, I'm gonna show you this, and what you do with it is your business." Run with it. I ain't gonna say that other word, because I don't want y'all thinking I'm being, I guess, not mean. What's a word I want to use? Um, Being ghetto or something like that. I'm not gonna. I ain't gonna say that word. Now this said I could flip the camera. Can I? No. I thought it said I could flip this camera. Where did it go? Let me see. Up here. Live. I saw something that said I could flip the camera because the way the camera's shown now, you can't even see my left hand. So I'm trying to figure out how I can change the mirror on here. The mirror. That's weird. I saw it a minute earlier. It's gotta be a way to change the mirror on here. I saw it earlier, but now I don't see it anymore. So I had to figure this thing out one day. Full screen slide, blah blah blah. Okay, one of these days. Oh snap! What happened? I just lost Instagram. What? What happened? I just lost Instagram. Bro. Okay, I lost Instagram. I touched one button and it just killed everything. Oh man. Hold on. Wait a minute. There's got to be a way to. Let's see. It's got to be a way that I'm still live somewhere. Sometimes that happens with Facebook. Okay. Where did I didn't touch nothing. I just barely. What? Oh, it just kicked out. Usually you can go right back in. Let me hit that. Maybe I'm still alive somewhere. Somehow. Yeah. Oh. Oh, y'all. I kicked out. Somehow I hit a button. I shouldn't have touched nothing. I should have known. I shouldn't even touch nothing. Okay, so it looks like we lost Instagram. So we're gonna have to get them right back. Now I don't even know how to do it now. How do you do that? Hold on, y'all. I don't even know how I go back to it. So now I gotta turn the mirror. See, I did it earlier. So hold on. So turn the mirror. Wait. Okay. There's a way you could turn the mirror. Or remove or change it the other way. That sucks. All right, but let's get TikTok back in. I hit something by accident. Um Dang it. My bad. So let's see if we can get TikTok back. Let's see if we can get them back. I accidentally kicked them out. Okay. Let's see. I saw this thing here, and I thought it was something that I can just change the mirror so it can switch around. And next thing I know, I kicked them all out. See now, can we get them back now? Can we get TikTok? I don't know. If, let's see. Let's get them back in. My bad. Oops, I ain't touching nothing else no more. All right, sorry about that, y'all. I actually didn't hit something. Kicked y'all out by accident. Oops. Okay, I ain't touching no more buttons. No more buttons. TikTok. What? What? No. No, what was that? Oh, E minus 7 with the sharp I. Oh. That was an accident. That was an accident. Oh, minus 7 for sharp 5. Woo! That was an accident. Woo! That was an accident, y'all. Hold on. Got him. Minus 7 sharp 11. Oh, nasty. This is the type of stuff I'll be like, oh, okay. That's what I get when I'm practicing. That's what happened when I started writing my books. Yes, truly, I'm telling the truth. This is when I start writing my book. Sorry, y'all. I hit a wrong button and it kicked out Instagram on my last video just a couple of seconds ago, actually. Well, anyway, play by side. But since because I've written a lot of chords in the book, my brain is now subject to it. So yeah, now my brain is just boom on it now. Anyways, thanks for coming in, chiming in, Douglas. All right, thank you for coming in, man. This is your boy Bishop Tracy Clark, aka I'm just in here on the keyboard. I ain't got no business being on the keyboard. I should be on the organ, but I got both instruments, so I should be in here learning how to play the bass. I ever figured this out. Um, I got the 4 strings. I haven't figured out how to. I don't know what to do actually yet. 1, 2, 3, 4 things. I don't know what they are. May I have to look it up on YouTube and find out what is what. But the 4 strings. I need to learn how to play the bass. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. I didn't buy no expensive bass. I just try to get those. Yeah, try to be a jack of all trades. I've always wanted a bass, and now I got one. But now I need to learn how to play it. Good luck to me on that. So yeah, I'm an organ player. But anyways, I'm back. Sorry about that. My video was talking about transposing. Basically, y'all. So I know I didn't write that on the transcription on here, but it was about transposing when you playing chords. My book is. So you're a musician and you trying to learn how to play, or you're a musician you've been playing for a little bit, but you just don't know all the chords or chord names. I got it covered right here in my play by site edition number 1 and 2. Self-explanatory. It's super easy. Open up the book. You go to whatever chapter you want to go to, and you just say, "Woo-hoo, that diminished major 7 chord, bro, oh boy, that diminished major 7, boy or girl." And you just sit and you just go for the kill. Open up the book and you'll start learning to play those major 7, diminished major 7. And there's a right. So who else says on here? Thank you for coming in. Appreciate you coming in. And that's over here in chapter number 6 in my second book, my second edition book. So yeah, my very first book I got. I started out with these scales and the number system, and then I go and start messing with telling y'all need to get into learn your triads. Right, whether it's your major move, minor move, that's my system I'm talking about now. Augmented, diminished 7. Right, dominant chord, major 7 voicing, sus voicing, tritone. And then chapter 9, then I take it to a whole little like, oops. No. I take it to a point where it's like, okay, it's time to graduate, y'all. It's like there's no need for you to be playing the baby saint chords. It's time to play some grown-up chords. And I start giving you the major 9, the minor 9s, minor 9, 11, minor 13, 9, 11, and moving forward, I start dropping a whole bunch of nice dope chords. So when I go to the keyboard at some point and somebody doing stuff, I'll find it the cluster chords, or I call it dissonant chords, chapter 18, along with the tritones. That means we're talking about whether it's the left hand doing it or the right hand doing this stuff. The minor 2nd, major 2nd, minor 3rd, major 3rd, the 4th, perfect 4th, tritone, perfect 5th, minor 6th. You're gonna find this stuff in music. The major 6th, the minor 6th, the major 7th stuff. So you're gonna find this type of stuff in music. So you might as well just go on and get the book if you can't afford to pay for organ lessons and piano lessons or keyboard lessons or whatever. Or even if you are already taking lessons, but your instructor ain't got you there where you would like to be, get the book. You'll be ahead of the game, basically. But I said, if you can't afford lessons, my book got the chords that you need to have. And, and it's like I said, y'all remember the song, Try It? It's in the book, chapter 2, chapter 2, chapter 2, y'all. What? Yes. Every chord is in the book. Even my when we do the major add two, major add two. So if I want to do major add, now I want to talk about the major add twos. I got it in the second new book, right? Now I got it in the second book, the major add two. So I had the triads double up. Let the triads double up, right? Without the add twos. This is without the add two. This is without the add two. Now in my second book, I see, you know what? Somebody's gonna want to know how to play the add two. So I went on here and dropped it in the book. Now you can do your add two. You know what I'm saying? And of course, we talk about these inversions and moving chords around and changing up the position of the chords and all that type of stuff. That's being creative or whatnot, because at some point you will probably say to yourself, okay, hold on, I'm playing this whole song the whole time. Ba 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 ba. You gonna be like, okay, I know that already. Ba ba ba. But you gonna be like, okay, I'm tired of doing that. Now you want to switch up and do inversion. Now you want to switch up and start learning to do in your inversions with the left and the right hand. And you might you might play around. Now I'm playing around with the distance voicing from the book. Also, I'm playing around with the major 7 voicing, third inversion or root. Changing up something to try to see if I'm gonna be able to do something different. Y'all catch what I'm saying? Right? Trying to see if I can change this up. Come inside. Switch it up. Switch it up. Keep on doing the versions and switch it up. Right. Keep switching up. Now you want to add stuff. Now you want to start switching stuff. You know what I'm saying? You get correct, clever. Get clever with it. When I say clever, you just really doing inversion and trying to find a whole nother way to do that song. You know what I'm saying? So, you're just trying to find another way. But at the end of the day, I told you, it's the triad chords that I've already placed in the book. Anything that you want to know, I already got it in the book. And then passing chords and throwing some stuff in there along the way to kind of get you kind of like, rocking or whatever. But, you don't have to play the same way. Try it. You know what I'm saying? Now want to do. All major 7 flat 5, minor 7 flat 5. I did a little parody. Da, 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 da. And go to my 6/9 voice. I can't play the keyboard. I'm terrible with it. But anyway, so, and play differently, all right, or different approach. So yes, I deal with your major voicing, triads, and all that stuff. So that way you can keep yourself having fun. So I hear this type of stuff. It's just a major 9, A flat add 2, major 7, minor 7, and repeat. Major 9. All right. A flat add 2. Up. Major 9. And then your power chord, or we call it the perfect fifth. And then rolled up to that F sharp. I'm actually surprised my hand reached that far. Actually, I ain't gonna lie. I got small hands, and I'm like ninja, bro, ninja. You reached that far? I've been forgiven. Glory to God, Father, and God. God. What you done did? Your sins has been forgiven. I have sinned. All right. Where was I at? Yeah, I can't believe I'm reaching this far. I'm a little bit behind, y'all. Sorry, y'all, because well, I can't say I'm sorry. Well, I feel like I'm not really. Well, how do I put this? Because I was sick and ill for a while, back in 23, 24, and 25. I'm not gonna get all emotional, so I'm gonna just try to move past this. But anyway, at some point, a few times I thought I was gonna kick the bucket a few times because I was really sick with I had pneumonia, and then I had valley fever that came like simultaneously at pretty much like simultaneously at the same time basically. And then I thought I was healed or cured from pneumonia, so that I was hospitalized for 4 days. But then somewhere in that third day, I was trying to tell the doctor something ain't right, but doc was like, "Ah, man, you're gonna be okay." Anyway, I'm gonna fast forward that. Went home 6 days, and then that's when this first hit me. I thought I was gonna kick the bucket the very first day. Actually, a few hours in when this first shebangings first started. Anyway, so my wife kept trying to tell me, "Go to the hospital, go to the ER, go to the hospital." But me being Mr. Macho Man, I ain't trying to hear all that. I got this. I'm okay. I should have listened. But anyway, I survived that terrorizing illness. It was very terrorizing. I ain't gonna lie to you. I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemies if I had any. But yes, that had me really messed up for a bit. So anyway, after the 4 days in the hospital, then I went home for 6, and then my wife had said, "Bro, you're like not what's the word? Uh, how she put it? I wasn't I wasn't responding normally." And she was like, "That's no something. You're not finna leave me." Put it that way. You're not leaving me. So anyway, I ultimately went back to the hospital, and then that's when another doc rolled up and said, "Bro, I know what's going on with you." The other doctors, they didn't know what was happening, but he said he had cases that had similar to mine, and he'd go, "Hey, yo, you got valley fever." And I'm like, at this point, y'all, when all this happened, I couldn't talk. I couldn't walk. I was temporarily paralyzed. I couldn't walk. I couldn't talk. I couldn't sleep. I couldn't eat. I was like, what is going on? Yeah, it was crazy. Anyways, that's when the doc was like, "You not going home anytime soon," and I was like, "That this sounds real serious." He's like, "Of course I couldn't speak it, but I must have had that expression on my face." And then he goes, "You're not going home anytime soon." But so next thing I know, I'm hospitalized again for almost 12, almost almost 12. It might have been longer than that. I might got my numbers off, but I was hospitalized for a good 14 days or 15 days, something like that. So, yeah. So, so basically, I was attacked with pneumonia, but the pneumonia was with triggered valley fever. Be careful, y'all. I always say if you feel some type of way, and mine was with pain. Mine was with the un un unforeseeable pain that I can't even. I'll put it this way: it's one thing having the pain in your lungs. Felt like there's an explosion going on in my lungs. Yeah, and it was like consistently. Like if you pour soda in a glass and you can see all the bubbles popping. That's what was happening in my lungs. It was like pow, 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 and it was like pow, 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 pow. I was like, oh my god, taking me off my feet, landing on the floor. My wife was like, bro, nah, bro, this ain't funny. So anyway, the pain was crazy. Now later on, I got well. In 25 February, I went back to work and worked for like 6 months, and then was on that medication for valley fever, but then I didn't like it, and I wanted them to lower the dose. Probably I shouldn't have did that, but I wouldn't probably be in a different situation. So when I asked them to lower the dose, 2 weeks later, literally 2 weeks later, August 16th, I would never forget it. But they had lowered my dose the first week of August. I was like, cool, all right, I'm feeling better now. And then next year, I know I told my wife something was going on with my back, and I couldn't figure out what was up. Anyway, taking all the medications I could take to stop the pain, it was like I was feeding it, and I didn't know what it was. And then that's when I was like, okay, I couldn't walk. I was paralyzed from my hip down. I was like, okay, this ain't funny. This is not funny. Now I thought I was gonna die before I went to the hospital the first time, and then the second time I really thought for sure I was out of here. I was gone. Doctor's like, nope, you're not going, bro. we finna put you in the hospital. We already know what it is. We gonna treat you for it. So they had to, yeah. The between that and the medication. So basically, what it did was, because I lowered the dose of the medication that was in my lungs at the time, it was starting to clear up. Because asked them to lower the dose because it was too strong for me. So that's when it said, okay, fine, cool. We gonna find another spot in your body. Valley fever can go anywhere. Finger, arm, leg, eye, ear, brain. If it get in your brain, you done. You toasted. I'm sorry, y'all. You're dead. You are going to die for sure. If they don't catch you fast enough. But anyway, I'm blessed that it didn't get in my brain. Didn't go that far up, but so it started attacking my lower back and my spine and making it virtually impossible for me to walk and lay down, sleep. I couldn't turn this way, that way, and then on top of that, it causes you to lose appetite. And then when I started losing appetite, the doctor wasn't happy about that because I'm a small dude to begin with. So for me to not to eat and lose weight rapidly, that wasn't a good sign. That was pretty much I was on the way out. I was on my way out. Um, yeah, I don't know what that feel like. That's a real crazy feeling, but anyway. So that's what happened with me. So just to give y'all a little story. So then, They hospitalized me then in 2003, 2023, and then I got hospitalized twice in 23 because now they realized, okay, you had pneumonia, now you got valley fever. Then, like I said, then I got well all of a sudden, lowered the dose in 25, and next thing I know, August 16th, it started attacking my back. I thought I was twisted my back or something like that, got up the wrong way, or been in the hospital for a minute. My back would just gave out because I was laying in bed for a while. The hospital bed, they ain't not so great at all, but some of them. Now we got new beds now, but where I work at. So anyway, that happened. So um, that's when it was eating at the bone. It's one thing eating at the tissue. So we got skin, tissues, your veins, and all that stuff. It penetrated through all of that and went straight to the bone. It's like I call it like a woodpecker. It was super sharp. Like when I say sharp, like sharp, sharp. It was like just kept hitting the back of my bone. Bow, 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 bow. I was like, man, I couldn't even. I couldn't. It was terrible. It was the word. Now think of my backside like this, the back of the bone. It didn't go that way because the doctors could have easily put me under surgery and go and do the surgery and get to that booger. I call it the demon. No, what was I calling it? I had a name for it. Um, what was the name I was giving it? I forgot the name I was giving it, but um, I gave it a name. I can't think of it now. But anyway, so instead of it penetrating the bone in the back of my backside, or with my back, like literally my butt, my backside, it went and came around the backside in the part of the back with my stomach. So that would mean they would have to open my stomach up or go through my side to get to it. And I was like, oh heck no. So because they gave you options, medication, in that hardcore medication, um, or surgery. And I was like, I ain't going for the surgery. No, sir. Ain't nobody gonna be cutting me open. No. So yeah, that went on for um, the duration of 2025, and that I think that was the worst pain I've ever felt in my entire life because this demon was just pow, pow, pow in the same spot. So it did crack and fracture the bone in my back, chips off some bones, pieces in my bones and in my back, and my spine and my lumbar. So you know what that does. If you step down on the floor, or somebody touches you on the leg or the feet or organ, that the pain, the nerve, the sciatic, it was attacking my sciatic nerves. It was just attacking it. It was like a beast. I was talking to him like, man, why you trying to kill me, man? It was crazy, y'all. I'll never forget it. But anyway, how do you get valley fever? Is breathing the like right now. Let's say we got rain, and now the soil is now um saturated with, I hate to say it like this, it sounds gross, but you might have dogs, cats, birds, animals urinate in the soil. Um, and then it creates what they call it. Some people may use the word bacteria, and some people may use the other word. I was trying to remember what they said. Oh man, what was the other word they say? Um, Dang, I can't think of the other word. Is another word they use, but it creates these little demons that grow in the soil. So if you when the rain goes away, the wind picks up, everything dries up, it filters in the air. It can get land on your car, it can land on your dog because I had a dog, land in your yard because I usually cut my lawn, stuff like that. Wherever you ingest it. You don't get it from somebody else or somebody else's animal. It's all airborne. So anyway, I had no idea I had breathed that stuff into my lungs, and then later on it filtered to my back to my lower spine and try to eat it up. It was very extremely painful. And then on top of that, taking the medication with that pain was even worse. Oh my God. The pain with the medication on top of that, that was like double pain. I mean, like, I'm like, gee. So yeah, but this little demon was trying to take me out. He was trying to kill me. Actually, got it under control now. Pray for me that I get well, 100%. And so I'm able to talk, walk, sleep, and do everything that I used to do. But I can promise y'all this, having to be in a hospital when somebody else has to come in and wash your face, brush your teeth, and comb your, oh, I didn't have a whole lot. Well, actually my hair did grow out. And brush your hair, wash your hair, wash your body. I'm like, oh man, this is crazy. Of course, my wife didn't allow too many people to put hands on me, but my wife's like, no, sir, I got this, y'all. Y'all just give me what I need. I'm gonna do I'm gonna clean him up. So anyway, transposing. What was I gonna do? What was I doing? I forgot. Let me see. What channel was that on? Oh. And then the next chord was. Every one of these chords is in the book, y'all. So let's see. Let's see something. That's that. Major 9 in the book. Alright, A flat, add 2. Major 7 in the book. Minor, and then you just repeat it. Power chord in the book. Alright, then the last chord was a D major, add 2. D major, add 2. Actually, D major with a flat 5. My bad. D major, flat 5. Now, I didn't put this version in there. I could. I could put that in the book, but all they doing is the scale, but starting on the 5, then D flat, 1, 2, 3, and then go to the chord. D flat add 2, if you will. That's in the second book, and then he's doing this little, so, and he's just doing this little twang. Now that ain't gonna be in the book, but if I say do this is the A flat major 6, but he's twanging it. That's gonna be a whole different type of story to try to explain that in the book, but twanging, my wife called it twitting. Alright, then he goes to the next chord. Once again, minor 7 in chapter number 18. Right? Now he's doing this move. Actually, technically it's that or that minor chord. Or that chord, B major 7 voice. But I'm hearing you do. So we have the E flat 7, and then because let's see what's that. And hit that B. So it's a B major 9. B major 9. And in the left hand I'm playing the chord. It's chord movement in the left hand from chapter 18. Which makes you now play at A flat minor 9/11. Woo! Man. What? We have the D flat 3rd. We have the tritone mixed with it. So they call this a D flat 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The 7 got flat. So it's a D flat 7. Okay, now the rest of this craziness. I thought A. Nope, I don't hear a triad. I hear something outside of the triad. Unfortunately, Cordy can't figure this out with this call. However, we have the perfect 4th and the tritone. So I guess we could probably call this, if I looked at it in one way, I don't even know what I want to call it actually, a D something. Or we can say this is a G. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sharp 4. Alright, so we can call this a G sharp 11. I don't know. Okay. So yes, but put that together. So now it's D flat 7. Okay, D flat 7 with the flat 9, flat 5. Ooh. Of course, y'all, it's in the book. In the second book. Actually, yeah, in my second book. So that's what. And then he's doing this appreciation with the perfect 5th and octave. And I don't know how he did this, but I'm assuming probably he kind of did this little. Now, at first, I thought he did it going into G to A flat. But I think my ears are hearing him twang it in. Yes, that's what I think. So if he's doing that, then I hear him twanging the perfect 5th tritone into the perfect 5th, and then come up and come into the major 3rd. While he's doing that arpeggiation from G flat to D flat to A flat. Now, I could be wrong, I could be right, but anyway. And because he had to do that. So here. Remember, I told y'all about this is the low range. This is the low range. This is my mid range, high range, and the highest range. So I'm like, wait a minute, where's the hand at? Where's that hand ranging the chord movement? So I said, okay. And this is how I'm actually also doing it, because I'm trying to figure out where he going. What? Up, down, in the middle, down, up, down. So I'm like, oh, okay. So yeah. Up, down here at the low range. Follow what I'm saying? Now at the low range, and the low range, and the mid range. Oh. Even if I don't get the chords all the way correct, I get close to it. Now we in the low range, and now we go into the mid range. And one note in the high range. In the high range, so I'm going, okay. And then now all of a sudden down hit the low range. And then a low range. Low range. And then I'm sorry. And then we're doing this little thing, like he twang into the mid range and one note from the high range. That's what I'm thinking. And then the high range. the highest range, and then a high range. So that's how I'm trying to figure out when I hear it. So, oh, okay. Something like that, right? Okay. And then I'm hoping he's gonna play a chord I'm familiar with, right? But I know it's in the book. And he's flickering again. Third, I told you, moves in the through, and then he's playing the B flat 7, twanging it up to the B flat 7/4 chord, and that's where you get the C7 sharp 9 sharp 5 in the book, chapter number 8. And if you would have played the one from chapter 7, that would be the C7 sharp 9 flat 5. But I didn't hear. I hear that. Oh, okay, all right. Hold on. Is that what I heard? Oh, here. Oh, there it is. All right, and that's the F sharp flat 9 sharp 5 in the book. Yeah. All right. So we have the F7 sharp F7 flat 9 sharp 5. Major 9 in the book. I told y'all where that's at. Flat 5. Right? Major 9, D flat major 9, flat 5. The other one, major 9, and you just drop down to the 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, flat 5. And I'm using the secret sauce chord to do that, and that is in chapter number 5. What? And there you go. Now, this could be tricky, but this is just a major 9. Something like that. I'm being petty with it, about trying to see if I can match out with it. Something like that. Good luck to me. But G flat major 6. This is gonna be hard to say. That's gonna be difficult for me to break that down because I can't tell how I'm doing that. Now I can do it. Nope. Now I forgot it. So now I gotta hear it again. I lost it. I lost it. Okay, so. Okay. Here it is. I lost it again. Like that. So that's what I'm doing. So we're rolling into the major. Actually, what's happening? We're rolling it into a minor 7, E flat minor 7 and 11. I said major 6 at first. Now that I realize he's rolling in. And then that makes you play the D flat major 6 and then minor 6. So that makes me play E flat 7 and then you drop down to the minor 6 voicing what we heard earlier. And I told you where to find that at. And technically I would have said A flat. A flat, but it's the minor move you're doing. So I'm like, okay. See, I we ain't finna in. We ain't not finna. I can hear where we're not going up, but he's going down. It's like it's kind of like, I guess the only way I can explain this. Okay, hold on. Are we going up? Or we heading down? Are we going down and we're going to the middle? Or we going back up? Or we going in the middle? Or we going down? So it's like, wait a minute, where we going? Down, down. Here we go, down, down. All right. So that's kind of like the little game I play in my mindset and say, okay, hold on. Now we at the low range, in the low range. And then one note in the mid range. Right. D flat major add 2. And that's what, you see? No. Alright, so basically, this is not an easy chord to say or put out there. It depends on if I add an extra note, but basically to say this is a G flat and a B flat. Well, my brain might say E flat, or it may say D flat, depends on how I'm looking at this. Or I may look at this as the sus chord. So I'm saying, which is G flat and major add 2, but I'm taking out the middle note because that's what I hear him doing, I think. And my left hand is playing what we said earlier, the -6 voicing or the -7 voicing. I'm like, oh. Let me see, what was that? Yeah. Yeah. What I thought, A flat. Now, I was said earlier, A flat add 2. Sometimes we just want to take out some notes and omit some notes to give it a different flavor. But technically it's A flat add 2, but we just omitting. What did I say? Ah! Yeah. All we doing is perfect 4th, perfect 5th. And then the left hand is the -6. Interesting, huh? Now, if I want to feed it with some more notes, yeah, hit it. Feed it with some more notes. See what I'm saying? All right. Okay. So sometimes we just take out a note. I think he's heading to the 6/9 when he heading to the 6/9. I think. I don't know. Then we're going to the minor move. It's almost similar to this, but this time, remember this? I'm sorry. The minor move. So you do. Now we're doing that A flat add 2. Uh-oh. This is what we played earlier, sort of, you know. Remember that? So this time around, he's saying, all right, fine, we're gonna do this. Kind of like, you know, all right, something like that. So now, okay, I quit. I quit. I can't do it no more. Woo! I quit. I ain't doing no more. I can't do it. My brain is already fried from just messing with this. But I ain't no keyboardist. But I think if I keep it on, as it say, keep it on, I probably would get there at some point. But I don't like playing keyboard. If I say get on the organ, I don't feel like getting on the organ today. But I do like playing some of this stuff. At least to see can I do it actually. That's it's kind of me having fun messing with it. But we did talk about transposing, so there's a lot of transposing in a lot of songs, stuff like that. Now, if I wanted to say, let's straight up sit here and transpose stuff, I was telling my wife something funny, but let me just do something simple. But let's say I want to do a song, I love you, Lord, today. So I'll go, I love you, and try to play everything the same way if I can. And let them say me. I love you, mighty 9/11, mighty 9/11. I love you, Lord, today. Now, if I was on the organ, I would approach it like the major add. All right, major add to diminish up, diminish 7. Every chord in the book, mighty 9/11, mighty 9/11, and major add to every chord in the book, or triad, or you're gonna double up, or now I want to do the major add to. I have choices. Right. Okay, that's what we want to talk about transposing. For those who already up there was in the mix with the transposing, I lost you guys on the TikTok video about me fooling around trying to figure out how to change the mirror around. I don't know how to do that on Instagram yet, but this is say we want to train ourselves to transpose without hitting the transpose button. I ain't here to bash nobody if you're doing it, because trust me, I'll do it in a heartbeat. If it's something I would have to, I have two choices. This is what I will say. If I have an organ and a keyboard at the church, I have two choices. One, don't play and just listen and wait till they finish doing whatever they're doing and whatever key that they're doing it in, and just make a mental notation. Okay, they sung that song. I was a bit familiar with it, but they did it in a key that I don't play in. Just that simple. It's just, no shame in your game. You just don't know it. So you just make a mental notation. Okay, shoot. They sung this song, I Love You Lord, today, and they did it in A. And you're like, oh my God. And you like try to go, you try to put them in A flat. I love you, Lord. And I love you, Lord. And you try to put them in A flat. I love you, Lord. Right. Forget it. Just don't play. Just stop. Put the draw bars in and wait. And they looking over at you like, what's wrong with you? You in the wrong key. Or I just don't know that key very well. I told my wife in a minute, I don't know that key. So y'all keep on singing, and when y'all finish, then we can get back into the groove of what we doing. So, two choices. I could jump off the organ and go to the keyboard, but transpose the keyboard and go that route. But or I could choose number one. Don't do anything. Just sit there and let them do what they do. I know that there's some people who just can't sing, period, and they think that they can sing, and then they don't have a melody line. I think my wife asked me that the other day. Somebody was singing, and I was like, they don't have a melody line. She's like, but don't you know the song? I know the song, but they don't have a melody line. You can't play behind somebody that is not singing the melody with the song. I don't care how many times I know that song, 10,000 times, in the key, out of the key. If they are not singing that song with a melody, I'm not going to sit there and play, because they're doing it in their own way. That's it. Period. They singing the song in their own way. Putting words that ain't even in that song. I just let them go do it. That's how I rock. I'd rather do that than to me making a mess out of what they already, the whoever the person's up there singing, making a mess with them. So there's no point in me even wasting my energy doing that. So, but if they're in the song and they're singing the melody, then I'm like, okay, all right, I mean, help them out. But let's get to the song and say, I love you, Lord, today. So let's sing. I'm playing the organ. I love you, Lord. And I'll just practice a few chords. I love you, Lord. I love you, Lord. This is my day off, so I get to practice as long as I want today. Today, maybe I'm not gonna go back to the one. I'm heading to the seven. All right. So now we're doing that seven, sharp nine, flat five. And remember this chord? Remember that one? Seven, flat nine, sharp five, or what's the other one I will play? All right. Or the seven, sharp nine, sharp five. Because I'm either using the triad or the sus voice or the seven sus voice. Right, I can change any of those voices and say, okay, I want to play the other one. I'll play the other one next time. Or the next time around, I'll play the other one. So now, if I'm trying to transpose and just transpose, period, then I'll just focus on just transposing one, two, one up, two, five, back to the one, maybe. Okay. Or instead of going back to the 1 7, 3 6. Alright? And then go to the next key. Whichever way you want to go. If you want to go ascending, then you go to D. 1 up, 2, 5. What key we're in? D. Okay, it's only 5. I forgot what key. 1 up, 5, 1. Now instead of me go back to the 1, my brain wants to say go back to the 1. Go to 7, 3, duplicate the same chord I played, and then 6. Keep it simple. Alright. I don't have my beater over here on my MPCs over there. I should plug it in. But anyway, rhythm wise, but before I do all that, I just like to make sure I get the chords locked in. So that way it's locked in, basically. I want to do it in C. Up. Now I know the up. Automatically what's going to happen is when I did the first key and went to the second key, my hands has gotten familiar with the position. Up. It's got familiar with the position. D minor 9, D minor 9. And then to the 5, 7. See? You remember the position. Is remember the position I was in. 3. Is remember the rise in the position. And then 6. Is remember the position. My finger is memorizing how I was positioning the chords. That's why it's becomes a little bit more easier, faster, sort of. Then I can do it quickly because now I got a certain pattern fixture in my finger. So. Right, so see my fingers gotten used to it. See the pinky? I call that my navigating finger. Okay, hey, boom, 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 boom. Right. So now this time might be my ring finger. Now pinky. Pinky. 7. Pinky. right? See? Alright, so if I go to C, I might start it with the ring finger. Pinky. So sometimes either the pinky or the ring finger might be my might lead me to where I need to go. Let's do a beat. Oh my goodness. Ring it, remember right finger? Ring finger. Want to do it this time. Right. Now the ring finger wanted to do it. 7. Ring finger. Ring finger. Ring finger wanted to lead. Ring finger. So that was a kind of an adjustment there. That key maybe use the ring finger instead of the pinky. And let's see what happens in B flat. Ring finger, probably the same thing. Yeah. Pinky. Pinky for sure. Pinky want to lead. Now ring finger that time. Both of them are switching off. So it's switching off. And I'm just noticing it. Okay. Stop it. Don't do it. Don't do it, Trey. Keep it straight. So that's my navigating finger, the pinky or the ring finger. Right? In any key, let's go there. Ring finger. Now the pinky. 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 Right, let's see. See the pinky? That pinky. Yeah, right there. Pinky finger. Or ring finger. That's time. That's crazy how the finger keeps switching off. But I learned to understand, okay, this is what's going to happen as I go. Let's go up A flat. Ring finger, ring finger, ring finger. So it's pinky. Ring finger that time. Ring. Pinky. And both of them wanted to do it. How we do it, transposing. Transposing made easy, simple once you get the concept of what you're doing. Let's go to G. And I have to realize, okay, who's gonna do what? Because like, don't mess me up now. I have the ring finger that time. The ring finger started instead of the pinky, so. Trust. Up. Pinky. Pinky one. I was just trying to see which one is gonna be due. Okay, so you have to say, oh, did I forget one? 7. Pinky. Pinky. Am I on the right track, Tom? Yeah. Yeah, pinky. That's funny, dude. I just realized that, man. That's crazy. But the finger is doing the same movement. Okay. So I had to adjust to both my left hand and right hand on which one. And my left hand does the same thing, which is funny. It does the same thing, adjusting which one is navigating left, a pinky or the ring. Pinky or the ring. Sometimes it can be the middle finger. The middle finger. Sometimes it can be the pointing finger, and sometimes it might be the thumb. You might see the thumb. You might see me switch up. What? This sounds just crazy. So it all depends on which one I think is gonna get there the first. So it could switch up at any time. Let's see, what key we in? We did G. We already did A flat. We did B flat. Did we do all the keys? We did F. So pinky. Pinky. Ring finger. Down to ring finger. Pinky. Oh, that's crazy. Middle finger. Ring finger. Ring finger, okay. Pinky then. So it'll be switching off. Let's see. Do we do E? Ring finger and both kind of laying on each other. Ring finger. Pinky. Pinky. Ring finger. Ring finger. I thought it was a pinky. Pinky that time. Pinky. What was the other chord? Did I play any other chords? I think that was it. So that's pretty interesting. So I can play in all 12 keys once I get the pattern in my mind on how I want to play these chords. And keeping them simple. All I'm doing is 1, 1 up, 2, 5, 1, 7, 3, 6. Right. No rhythm at the moment. Just putting what we call a pattern chords together and keeping it simple. Right. And then doing them in all 12 keys. All right. So I love you, Lord. I love you. I love you, Lord, today because you care. Now I'm ready to go to the next move. In a such a special way. 6, 7, 1, ba, da, da, 5. Let's go and see. Can I duplicate it? I love you, Lord. 1. I love you, Lord. To the 5, to the 7, change keys, 6, 2, to the 5, and 6, 7, end it out 1. Can we go to B and do it? Let's go jump to B. Oh my God. I love you, Lord. Up. Using the same finger. I love you, Lord. Still going back to the 1, 7, 3, 6. Uh-oh. Let me see. 2, 5. And then 6, 5, 6, 1. Ooh, wee. Let's do a D. Trying to trick myself. To the 5, come to 7, 3, let me see, 6, trying to trick myself, 2, let's see, can I do it, and then 6, 7, out, I don't like it, okay, let's go up, E flat, I cover the white key, B, C. Let's go to B. Hey, let's go. I love you, love. Instead of going down low, same. And then six. Oh, well, and then hold on. Ah, what am I doing? And then wait. I'm in. That's a remember key. I'm in. 6, 7, 1. Brain fart. A flat. Alright. So if I play the same thing, I love you, dog. I love you, dog. Dementia. I love you. Playing the same chord. I love you, dog. 2 to 7. 3, 6, 7, 3, 6, 2. Go back. 5, 6, 7, 1. In any key. Alright, once you learn the pattern. And actually the pattern became a little bit more easier because the previous key. And it made me think, oh, okay, bro, you can do this. You got this. And so yeah, D flat. Oh, we did D flat already. We did D. We did E flat. We did C. We did B. We did B flat. We did A and A flat. So let's do it. I love you. I love you. 2, 7, 3, 6, 2. We're in G, right? I forgot what key I was in. Right? And then to the 5. Was it da, da? Was this one da? And then 6, 7, 1. Same thing. Any key. So now I cover my white keys. G, A, B. How's that email keep coming back up and I just kicked it out? I'm not even touching the computer and the email coming up. How's that possible? So touching A, did A, B, C, D, E. Did we do E? We didn't do it. I love you, love. 5 to 7, 3, 6. Oh, here go the 2, and then here go the 5, and then 6, 7 out. The more you do it from one key to the other, it starts to become easier because the pattern and the fingering is gonna feel for that change. Let's go to F. Same thing. Up. F. Down to the 5. And then to the 7. Same thing, right? 6. And 6. 2. I hear the mic. 2. Right? 2. To the 5. You know? And then what is my 6, 7, 1, 6, B flat, C, F, and rock. What? There we go. I don't know why I do that with the F. Every single time. That's crazy. F sharp or F sharp and G flat. I love you. Up, same feel. Same feel. Back to the same. Then we go to 7, 3, 7, 3. I do that. 2. I hear it in my head. And then to the 5. Alright, this mic. Let me see how I do this. And then 6, 7, 1. Did I do about 6, 7, 1 in that key? And then let's see. Hold on, my brain just lost it. I went to sleep. And then 6. Let's see. B. choose whatever major move you want to go. You can go inversion, but I was going to the root, to the root, to the root, or first inversion, or you can go root, root, and then first inversion, and that allows me to get to this. And then up to the fa, and you go back to the song. I love you, Lord. I love you, Lord. I fall to the 7, 3, press more. And all 12 keys. Did I do all 12 keys, y'all? Actually, I think I did. All 12 keys. That's how you transpose manually. Now, I could easily went in the transpose features and transpose everything the same way, but using one key. And let y'all know that I can rock in all 12 keys. And y'all probably say, this dude can't rock in all 12 keys. Because I'm over here cheating. I'm over here cheating. Right, and making y'all think I can play in all 12 keys. Be not deceived. Then we're gonna go up to D with it. Yeah. Be not deceived. So taking the time out to practice stuff is very important. Very essential. Man, y'all up still late with me? Woo! Lord have mercy. You was texting me, bro. You was texting me, bro. Was I texting you? I don't know about who I was texting. Let me see here. Most of y'all probably went to sleep by now. But I'm in here just fooling around here. It's my day off, or my night off actually. Now, right now, I actually will be already at work. Yeah, transposing. All right, what's up, TikTok? What y'all up to? Y'all good over there? Give them a shout out, say thanks, and invite them to follow. Yeah, come on, follow along with me. I appreciate. I always do that. I always say thank you for everybody who's coming and joining in and hanging out with me. Thank you for hanging out with me. Y'all could be sleeping in your beds and or somewhere at work, wherever you're at in the part of the world, basically. So yeah, thank you for hanging out with me. And appreciate y'all following me. And again, for those who really want to learn how to play, I have a music book, 2 music books that's already been published, and they're all over the world right now. United States is on top. When I last looked, the United States, United Kingdom is right underneath y'all. United States, y'all better stay on the top because the United Kingdom is coming up. Let me see. We had United Kingdom. We had Germany, France. Let me see. Can I bring this back up? I can see the stats and everything like that. Which country in the world is purchasing my book? United States is still number 1. United Kingdom, Germany, France, Japan recently got on the grid. Canada just got on the grid, and Italy has recently gotten on the grid. Y'all better watch out, United States. They coming for the books, man. Y'all better watch out. They coming. Y'all better stay up on top of it now. All right. I wish I could snap a picture of it. It's kind of cool to see the history, but that's pretty dope. 1, 2, 3, yeah. So far, yes, ma'am. Sometimes when I click onto it again, let me click. It's updating. So now it's doing an update right now. All right. So thank you for whoever that is who just recently got their book today, or is either today, earlier today, yesterday. I'm not sure. It's kind of I didn't try to box this in. I'm not trying to box it in. But whoever you are, thank you for supporting your boy Bishop Drayster Clark, aka Andre Clark. And but mainly for you. The course is for you. For you to go and open the book and learn these chords and sit at your instrument and start playing these chords and play like the pros, sound like the pros. That's what it's all about. It's not for you to not have any chords underneath your belt and sit at home and be pecking at your keyboard or your piano and not know what you're playing. I had a coworker was telling me, he said, I've always wanted to learn how to play the piano or the keyboard. He said, I just don't have chords. And I'm like, he's like, I don't, all I know is, you're trying to tell me the chords, just with a little bit, that he was showing me, and I was like, okay, that's it? All right. And he was like, yeah, man, I really want to know how to play chords. So he got my book. And so now, he can go. Let's grab the book and play chords. All right. 7, sharp 9, sharp 5. Major 7, flat 5. Just play the chords you see. And, right, do your thing. Yeah, that's all I'm doing is doing my thing. All right, and then of course, y'all, listen to somebody. Okay, I know what he did. Okay, that's in the book. Yeah, that's in the book. The first chord. Major add 2. Oh yeah, I hear it. Major 13. And also you can do the voicing down here. Oh, yes, in the book. Literally. I mean, literally in the book, right? So yeah, the major add 2. And I have I think let's see, I think I want to say chapter 10 I want to go. Chapter 10, 11, and 12. I think that's what I started on. Make sure. Yep. See, I got a slight good memory. Chapter 10, I do the major add 2s in different routes. All right. I have chapter 11, the major add 2 in a different route. This is the route. I believe this is the route I'm doing. Oh, this is the route I just did here. Right. Chapter 11 is the second chord. All right. And if I go to chapter 12, then we're doing chapter 12. It's the second chord. Hold on. So not the second chord. It's A flat add 2 over here on page 38. And this one. In the book I have this one and this one. And also I have this one. I also have this one. It's more than one way to play the A flat major add 2, y'all. More than one way. There's many ways to approach the major add 2. So in this case, I did chapter 10, 11, and 12. I also did an additional, more of the major add 2 majors. Got an attitude in my third edition book too, because you might hear another approach. Oh. Major 7 flat 5. Already got it in the book. What chapter? Say 12. Do I want to say chapter 12? All right. Let's say it's chapter 12. I'm gonna go over here and see. I passed it up, I think. Was I correct? Chapter 12. I was on it. I'm starting to memorize the book already. Slow to be surely, I'm starting to memorize, y'all. So yeah, thank you guys for coming in and hanging out with me and keep following me. You know, it's gonna be some great contents, in the upcoming videos that I'm doing. But and it's generally centered around, you know, musicians who want to learn how to play. I'm still learning my own self. Karma, what's up? You awake? Smooth. Was that smooth on here? Aaron, keep. What's up? And so yes, a whole lot of you guys over here. Y'all up late? Jay. Honestly, this is really likely my best time to do it. But my wife will be here shortly. It's is this her pulling up now? It's her pulling up now. She gonna be tired, so I'm about to hang up and greet her as she comes in. She's trying to open the garage door now. Speaking about the honey bunny, she just got home. So catch y'all later. Thank you for following me. Thank you for hanging out with me. And let me go and greet her. She just been at work all day. All day. All day, y'all. So I'm gonna go greet the lady. My lady, my lady, my lady. Let me go greet her at the door. Hope she parked the car properly. The garage. She be parking the car all crazy, especially when she tired. All right, y'all. Deuces. I love y'all, and ain't nothing y'all can do about it. Peace and love and cornbread. Go. And remember, play by sight. Bishop Drace the Clark Hot Chords .info. Now we gotta go.